What if your daily rice supply suddenly dropped from 60,000 naira to 30,000 naira overnight? Would you believe it? That's exactly the prophecy Primate Elijah Ayodele has unleashed. He claims that the price of a 50-kilogram bag of rice could fall to 30,000 naira, sending waves through markets, consumers, and the agriculture industry. But is there any basis to this, or is it wishful thinking? Here's a full 10-minute investigation into the claim, the context, plausibility, and what this means for Nigerians' food security. What Primate Ayodele said, the prophecy unwrapped. In a statement broadcast on his church's Facebook platform, Primate Ayodele predicted that rice prices will drop dramatically. The 50-kilogram bag, he says, will return to 30,000 naira compared to current rates of 58,000 to 67,000 naira or more. He tied this prophecy to a stronger naira, he forecasts 900 USD, and even petrol returning to 500 naira per liter, arguing that economic reforms must continue. Ayodele urged President Tinubu to persist with current policies, implying the price drop is within the realm of possibility if structural change continues. Because his statements blend economic forecasts and spiritual pronouncements, the prophecy has both believers and critics watching. Rice prices today. How far are we from 30,000 naira? To test how realistic the prophecy might be, we have to look at current rice price dynamics. Market surveys show a 50-kilogram bag of parboiled rice is currently selling between 58,000 and 67,000 naira, depending on brand, quality, and location. Imported rice often costs even more. Transport, tariffs, import duties, and foreign exchange pressures inflate those prices. In short, the prophecy imagines a 50 to 70% price drop compared to current levels, an extraordinary shift if it occurred. What would it take for rice to drop to 30,000 naira? Ayodele's claim would require intervention or shifts across multiple fronts. Here are the levers and challenges. Foreign exchange and currency strength. A major driver of food inflation in Nigeria is the naira's weakness. If the naira strengthens sharply, he forecasts 900 USD, import and input costs fall. But going from today's rates to such strength would demand stellar fiscal, monetary, and trade discipline, with capital inflows and trust in the economy. Domestic production gains and input cost reductions. Nigeria needs increased paddock production, mechanization, fertilizer subsidies, and better yield per hectare. If production scales, milled rice becomes cheaper, reducing reliance on expensive imports. Supply chain efficiency, trucking, storage, milling, logistics, distribution must be improved to cut waste, spoilage, and cost leakages. Import duty adjustments and policy incentives. Removing or reducing tariffs on rice imports or critical inputs, fertilizer, machinery, could reduce cost pressure. Government incentives or subsidies for milling, storage, and local processing might push prices down. Market competition and anti-monopoly measures. Allowing more competition, local, regional importers can tame price markups. Cracking down on hoarding, speculative pricing, and middlemen exploitations helps. Time and transition. Even with ideal reforms, dropping prices to 30,000 naira won't happen overnight. It could take several seasons, years even, to fully align supply, demand, policy, and market forces. Arguments that support the prophecy and those against. Supportive angles. Ayodele speaks to hope. In hard times, prophecy reassures many that change is possible. If policy reforms accelerate agriculture, forex, security, his numbers could provide aspirational targets. Political pressure. Giving public predictions heightens attention on government performance. Counterpoints and criticisms. The numbers are so ambitious they border on fantasy given the current economic structure. Many variables, climate change, insecurity in farming regions, transport costs, are all outside of one person's control. Prophecies lack enforceability. Even if prices drop partially, tying them to a prophecy may mislead or disappoint the public. Market psychology. If people believe the prophecy, they might hoard rice, expecting cheaper prices later, which itself could push prices higher. What should Nigerians watch in response? Government policies, new initiatives in agriculture, import duties, fertilizer subsidies. Real movement in rice production, paddy harvest volumes, yield NATO, milling capacity. Exchange rate performance, whether the naira strengthens dramatically or remains volatile. And market reports, whether rice prices, 50 kilogram, 25 kilogram, etc., begin trending downwards substantively. Final take. Primate Ayodele's prophecy that a 50 kilogram bag of rice will drop to 30,000 naira is bold, hopeful, and politically charged. It taps into deep public frustrations over food costs and economic instability. Yet, while such a price drop isn't impossible in a multi-year timeline under perfect conditions, achieving that magnitude in the short term would require nearly all critical economic variables to align: forex, agriculture output, market structure, policy discipline.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this update and want to stay informed with fast, reliable news, don't forget to subscribe to Newsflash 360. Hit the notification bell so you never miss a story. Your next headline is just seconds away.